Yeah! All right, are you guys ready for some comedy, Main Street Bar and Grill? Let me hear it. Yeah! All right, before we start, I do want to go over through the house rules really quickly. Please turn off or silence all your cell phones. If you need to make a call, please step outside. Keep table talk to a minimum, and absolutely no heckling. These comics have their jokes for you. They don't need your help to follow those jokes along. We will also be having a tip jar. This was a free show, but comedy doesn't really pay, so if you guys could throw in a couple of dollars in there, we'll be passing that out throughout the show. It's right here. We're not going to start that yet, though. We have 3 great comics after me tonight. I'm all right. Thank you guys very much for coming out, and you guys ready to get this started? Yeah! No, this is great. Look at all you guys out on the town with your friends having fun, right? Yeah! You ever just want to kill yourself? So you don't have the balls to do it. So to make it easier on you and add an element of surprise to that shit, you start asking for a bunch of rides from drunk drivers. Just fuck it. My friends are starting to catch on to that. They're like, Carlos, if you want to crash so bad, why don't you drive? And tell them, are you fucking kidding me? The drunk driver is the one motherfucker that always survives. That's why we have DUIs in the first place. See, because if we lived in a world where everyone except the drunk driver always lived, they wouldn't even call it a DUI. They'd just call it, hey man, I really hope you make it back okay. Too dark? Strap in, fuckers. So on the ride over, to bump that probability up just a little bit more, I'll start fucking with the driver, like, hey, I think you just got a text. You should probably read that. No, right now, it sounded important. Or, look man, I know you're on your second strike and everything, but I think that squad car is trying to race you. You really gonna take that shit? You pussy. I'm not a good person. I'm not. I try to be. Like the other day, I called up my grandma to wish her a happy birthday. Turns out she slept in later than normal, or as I like to call it, practicing. Been following the last few of her practice seasons. I think she's going to get drafted real soon, you guys. Hopefully to the Saints, you know. But she's lived a long life. She might have done some shit I don't know about. I don't know. It is sad though, because it's getting to the point where my family and I started talking about how maybe it's time we put her in one of those places where you put old people, what do you call it, casket. I'm just kidding, you guys, she's already dead. I want to start a dating website exclusively for Amish people. Exclusively for Amish people. Call it rumspringallupinthat.ass.com. I'm a selfish lover. I don't share my porn with anyone. I also think that pussy is a lot like a favorite TV show. When it's fresh and new to you, you love it. You want it to be renewed next season. But after a couple of years, it starts to get old and predictable, and you think, well, sure, I don't want it to get canceled. I've already invested so much time into this. But at least add a new cast member or something. I don't know if you guys can tell from that last joke, but yeah, I'm single. Speaking of, they say that desperation is the worst quality a woman can ever see in a man. But I say, why won't you love me? They also say that the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. I think a knife works just as well. And finally, they say that it's extremely easy to get married in Las Vegas, and I call bullshit. Because I can't even get a date there. Not unless I'm willing to pay for that shit. Which they're very much offering over there. A little bit about me. I wear Ninja Turtles boxers. Yeah. I wear them because I always want to feel like my balls are safe. And they work too, they work because ever since I started wearing them, I haven't been kicked in the nuts, not even once. That's because they protect against the Foot Clan. Cowabunga little dudes. When I was young, I was still learning, so I used to take everything literally, and my teachers used to tell me to dream big. Now look at me. Those fucking assholes. I have been trying to eat better though. I reduced my salt intake to lower the water weight, and I started thinking recently, maybe I should start cutting myself for the first time, you know? Get rid of some of that pesky blood weight. Always adds a few pounds. I knew my life was going in the wrong direction one day after ordering a burger. I said, hey, didn't you used to work at the Carl's Jr. across town? Oh, shit, I need to change my lifestyle. I have been going to the gym, though, trying to get skinnier. The people that know me, they're like, Carlos, that's great. You're doing something positive for yourself. Keep it up. I don't want to break it to them that, no, it isn't positive. I just want there to be less of myself for me to hate. But it's working, though. It's working, because whenever I go into convenience stores nowadays, it's a confidence boost. Like, I walk through the door, you're like, dun, 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 dun. There's no third one? Progress. And even that little bit of progress shows me I have to keep going no matter what. I can't quit, because excuses are like assholes. Fuck excuses. That's right. That's my type of crowd. We need to hang out more often, you guys. There's some people that don't like bisexuals, mainly out of jealousy. They're like, it's not fair that they're attracted to both men and women, so there's twice the amount of people they can have sex with. Valid point. But I think the worst possible thing to be would be an unattractive bisexual person, because then you would get rejected by twice the amount of people, and that would suck. If two girls are dating, do they starve to death? Like, what do you want to eat? I don't know. What do you want to eat? I don't know. What do you want to eat? Just an endless loop like those vultures from the Jungle Book. Who am I kidding, you guys? If two girls are dating, there's always something they can eat, right? Plan bake. Look, guys, I know that gay marriage is a really divisive issue in this country, but what if you're not sure if you believe in gay marriage or not? Does that make you a fagnostic? No, that joke's too controversial. I don't want to press that many buttons. So instead, I'm just going to compare black people and Mexicans. Yeah, I think it's really funny the way that black people are always like, run, run, it's the police. And Mexicans are like, corre, corre, es la policía. It's so different, you guys. Just different cultures. Or the way that black people always get big blocks of government cheese. Mexicans always get big blocks of government cheese with a fucking jalapeno on top. Tax season just finished. It was April 15th, not too long ago. And white people were like, huh, I don't want to pay that. It's like the one time of the year where shit doesn't go their way. Meanwhile, minorities were like, yes, we can finally afford to eat again. For like a month and a half. We all got our refunds. And we're like, honey, fuck Albertsons brand, we're going big tonight. We're getting that Donald Duck orange juice over here. I don't want to sound biased, though. I do think it's completely unfair when minorities get advantages with things like affirmative action, while white people have to scrape by with things like inheritance, medical insurance. God, I hate white people. And by white people, I mean Jews and Asians. Is it racist that I don't trust Mexicans to valet park my car? Or is it racist that as a Mexican I'm too broke and lazy to afford valet parking? Or a car, really? I don't know how many of you guys remember this whole TV show board game. It was everywhere back in the day. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Yeah, I love that game. I played it throughout my entire childhood. Like I said, I am Mexican, so I had to play the knockoff version. It was called Where in San Diego is Carmen? To be honest with you guys, my mom's name was Carmen. I never actually found her. Don't say, oh, these are jokes. None of this is real. Like the Easter Bunny or love. It's funny because it's true. You always hear stories of comics having bad parenting when they're growing up. That need for validation drives into the stage later in life. That's not the case with me. My parents were always supportive. In fact, my dad always told me, Carlos, you can be whatever you like, as long as it makes you happy. I think he's starting to regret that now. Ever since I started to do comedy, haven't heard it in a few years. Here's the thing, though. I might have misinterpreted that statement, thinking it's about career choices, because my parents also think I'm gay. And if that's true, I'm watching the wrong kind of porn, you guys. See, my parents always ask me, Carlos, how come you don't have a girlfriend? And I tell them, well, that's easy. It's because I look like shit. And my personality reflects that. I'm a pessimistic asshole who always views the negative side of things. To top it all off, I'm broke. So what the fuck am I supposed to do, huh? Take a girl out to the 99-cent store? Hit on homeless girls with promises of running water? Warm nights with my body fat? Then I have such a low self-image that if a girl does show interest in me, I think there has to be something completely wrong with her. But then I get over it real quick, you know, because pussy. Like, this one time I was in my room with a girl, and it was one of those moments where, like, the sexual tension's building up that nothing's gonna stop you. You're gonna go at each other. Like, there could be a news crew in there doing a live report. You're still gonna fuck each other. So we do, and after we finish and clean up, I go downstairs to where my parents were watching TV. Like I said, nothing was gonna stop me. And I grab a glass of water without breaking eye contact. I say, pretty fucking gay, huh? It's fucked up, I know. But I proved them wrong, didn't I? Yeah. No, I was dating this girl for almost 2 years. And look, I wasn't going to marriage anytime. Honestly, I'm not into jumping of any kind, really. But I truly thought she was the one. In fact, I knew exactly where and how this girl was going to be proposed to. And apparently so did she. And that was anywhere, by absolutely anyone else. First time she broke up with me was exactly 1 week before my birthday. Second time was a month. That's when I learned she's really bad at giving presents. Yeah, when she broke up with me, she said she couldn't love me anymore because she realized that I would never be able to learn how to love myself. And I told her, well, of course not. Because if you really think about it, what is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. I think that's it. She also said I was combative and unlikable. I said, no, fuck you. Fucking likable. Might explain why my longest relationship has been with alcohol. Yeah. I got home late the other day. I didn't realize that it was family game night, and I love family game night. But thankfully, they were cool about it. They were already waiting for me around the table. They left me a spot in the middle. I sit down. They hand me the rule book. It's a small little pamphlet so we can start playing. One by one, they start saying really nice things about me, then crying, and I'm laughing. God, I love that game intervention, you guys. It's the best. They keep saying I don't win, though, so I guess I don't get the rules to this game. Cheers. It's good beer. I also got a AA battery charge the other day on my criminal record. They told me I can't go to those meetings anymore. Before I go, I do want to say a joke for the ladies in the audience. Ladies, let me hear you. Wow, actual interaction for once, that's new. So, I was walking around town the other day and somebody stopped me in the middle of the street and they asked me, Carlos, is it true that you're willing to eat a girl's ass out during sex? This is where I like to pause the joke, get to know my audience, and ask the ladies, how many of you enjoy this in your personal lives? Really? None of you are going to own up to it like it isn't a thing. You know, you're not lying to me here. You're lying to yourselves and to God. So anyways, they asked me, Carlos, is it true that you're willing to eat a girl's ass out during sex? And I said, Grandma, I thought you were dead. She said, answer a fucking question. So I said, well, look at me. Clearly I'm willing to eat anything. So why not eat a girl's ass out during sex? She said, are you serious? I said, no, not mayonnaise. That shit's disgusting. All right, thank you guys. You've been great. Thank you. Keep it up for the rest of the comics tonight. The first comic I'm going to bring up is a really good friend of mine. He's a local comic. You can see him in National City, in Chula Vista, a parole office, and if you ever need to buy a bootleg, give it up for my good friend, Big